Dr. Christy Ennis. Welcome to Follow Me Friday, where motion is lotion for our backs and our hips today. And both of those things work together to support one another, which is why we're doing them today. No equipment needed, and we are on the ground. So grab your mat, or if it's difficult to get on the ground, go ahead and do these right in bed. All right, starting in that quadruped or hands and knees position, we're gonna go with that traditional bird dog. So it's opposite arm and leg, really trying to keep that pelvis nice and steady. If it's too much to do both together, you can always start out by just going ahead and doing those legs first. I'm gonna go back to how we were doing it though. We're gonna do 10 on each side. Actually, I lied. We're gonna do 10 total because we're going to add to this one too. So this is great for the low back, great for the abs, working in through those hip extensors a little bit as well. Whew. We're gonna do one more on each side here. And then we're gonna add on a little bit. So still going out. And then once you've lifted that, you're gonna bring that leg and that arm out to the side. So I'm working some of that hip a little bit more, but my back and my core really has to stabilize to keep everything in the center. And again, we're gonna try to alternate here. And ooh, that was a little snap there. See, my hip's loosening up already. As you're doing this, if you start to build up a sweat, like I pretty much always do, not as bad as my husband and my son though, this is when you can pull out that element. I always have it in my water bottle when I am working out. Got the citrus flavor. The watermelon is super popular in my family too, but they also, gosh, that darn hip just keeps cracking. They have lots of flavors to choose from. Whew. Great ratio of electrolytes in there. Like I said, I'm certainly a sweater. If you are too, you're gonna want that 1,000 milligrams of sodium that's in there. 200 milligrams of potassium, 60 milligrams of magnesium, no artificial anything, no blocky stuff in there. Great if you're gluten-free too. We're gonna do one more on each side. So great to use for a workout. If you've had a night on the town and need it the next day, it's awesome too. All right, I am going to go onto my stomach, and I've got a great offer for you guys too from Element here, and then I'll tell you about in just a second. So we're gonna go on our stomachs. You're going to squeeze into those shoulder blades, and then those elbows are gonna come down and back. So we're really kind of working in through the mid-back. We're going to add a leg motion with this too. Squeeze into those glutes, and then one leg lifts. You only want to lift as high as you can without arching in through the spine here, and mine don't lift very high. So if you guys want to get your own Element, if you place an order, you can get a free 8-pack sampler to try all those yummy flavors. You can keep them for yourself, but it's always nice to share. If you just go to drinklmnt.com/Christy Ennis, that's the link you'll go to get your fabulous free pack. Whew. So we're working really from the middle of the spine all the way down. Glutes too. Woo! I'm gonna knock everything over. And again, notice I don't lift very high because these are muscles on me that need a little work too. If you can lift higher, totally fine. Just make sure you're not rotating through the pelvis. And again, if you need to stop at any time, 100% okay. You do you. Last one here. Okay, and then I'm coming back down. This time I'm gonna start with my palms against the ground. This one's a little tricky, so you really wanna make sure you listen as I do this one. From here, I'm gonna rotate so that my pinkies are facing to the ground and my thumbs are up, scooching those hands down towards my feet, squeezing into those shoulder blades, and it's a little lift off here. This is the lower part of the trapezius. Again, big important stabilizing muscle part of that trapezius, but one that doesn't get worked very often. So there's 2, we're gonna do 10. 3, make sure you're really, if you need to reset, you totally can. Again, if you need to pause, go ahead and do so. Persistent and consistent is key here. So you do it in little chunks on a consistent basis and you will get far. We're gonna do 3 more. Oh, lats are working here a little bit too. And 3. Okay, I'm gonna put my hands back under my forehead so I stop smushing it. You're gonna bend those knees so the heels are coming together. Squeeze into those heels, and then it's a little lift. Sometimes I will put a pillow underneath my hips too, just for, comfort's sake more than anything. So back, hips, glutes for sure here. Again, notice I can't lift very high. I bet you guys at home can lift even further than I can. I got some hip stuff going on. What can I say? But see, persistent, consistent, keep at it. Ooh, we're gonna do 2 more, and then we're going on to our backs. Also, don't forget to breathe here. I think I maybe held my breath a little bit, which I didn't really mean to, but oops, again, happens. And I'm gonna take a sip of water before we go onto our backs. All right. Okay, from here, we're going into a bridge variation. So get those feet about hip width apart. Elbows, though, are gonna go right down into the ground, hands pointing up, little jazz fingers. Tuck that tailbone if it feels good. Otherwise, just keep it nice and flat. We're gonna lift those buns up, and at the same time as we do that, we're pressing those elbows in. So now we've got glutes and lats connecting at the same time. So great support from above and below. Make sure as you do this one, though, that you're trying not to strain with that neck. Sometimes that's a tricky one. We're gonna do 10 like this, and then you're gonna hold it up there. That's 4. Notice I'm lifting as high as I can without arching in through the spine or the rib cage. 3 more to go like this, and then we're holding it. So there's 1, 2, trying to push evenly into those feet if you can. Here's 3, holding it up. You're gonna keep that elbow dig, and now you're gonna add a little march. As you do this, try not to let those hips dip down or to the side. We're just gonna do 10 total. Still trying to squeeze and push in. Oh, I lied. We're gonna do a couple more because this is a really good one. Just ask the ladies that work out with me. They know that I lie, but not intentionally. All right, coming on down, we're going to our sides. We've got 2 exercises on the side to end with here. I am going to, in my modeling pose, up on the elbow. So we're engaging in through the side here. This top leg is gonna be back, and I'm gonna lift that top leg up. So now I'm working in through here and even through here. That's 2. 3, we're gonna do both exercises on one side and then switch. 3, 4, 5, working those arms too a little bit. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, I'm gonna bend both knees now. We're going up into a plank, a side plank. If that is where you need to stop, stop there. If you can, you're going to take and rotate that top knee up, bring it back down, and then down. So it's a little dip here. Again, if this is too much too, just stay propped up and add that clamshell in. This is obviously the hardest one, which is why we save it for last. That's 6, 7. Really think squeeze and push from here so you're not putting as much pressure through the shoulder and arm. That's 9. 1 more. Yeehaw, switching sides. I don't know why I said yeehaw. I am not from the South. I am from the Midwest, but there you go. I'm just so excited. All right, bending that bottom leg is a little more comfortable, propping up, bringing that leg back a little, and lift. Woo, you should really feel that in the side. If you start to feel that too much in the front, you need to bring your leg back a little bit more. It's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This side's more sore. 9 and 10. All right, bending those knees. We're gonna come up into that side plank. Feet stay together. Lift that top knee. Dip it back down. Make sure as you're lifting that knee too, you don't roll backwards. That's important. We're almost there. 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 more to go. 3, 2, and 1. Yay, nice job, you did it.